Just once I'd like to see that man here on time.
Stars will be stars.
Oh, look, we've got a lot of work to do to get tomorrow night's show off the ground.
He thinks he's so popular, he just does what he likes.
And he's his #1 fan.
It's always nice to me.
Sharon, he's nice to every girl who looks the way you do. Bev, duck out and see if the king of country television's arrived on the station yet.
Relax, the star of variety country style is here to save the day. Good morning all, good morning, and good morning to you, dear sweet Sharon. Mwah.
Hello, Nicky.
Sharon, how many times have I asked you not to call me that?
But that's your name, isn't it?
My name is Nick. I was christened Nicholas, but I'm known as Nick. You make me sound like the wonder dog of the north.
What did your mother call you?
Nicky. But then she called me lots of things. But she never called me late for breakfast.
Nick, can we get started, please? We've lost half the guests for tomorrow's show, and I've got to find replacements.
Don't worry, I'll pull the show through like I always do.
Should be a good show if you've got Blake Boothroyd on. He was great when he had the National Variety Show. I used to watch it every night it was on.
You've got Blake Boothroyd on as a guest, Rod? Hey, that's terrific. That's the sort of talent I need on this show. A man of my own stature with whom I can relate.
But I haven't booked him for the show. Do you know anything about that, Steve?
Not me, I haven't heard of him since he dropped out of the scene about 18 months ago.
Where did you get that from, Sharon?
Well, I just assumed seeing Mr. Smiley's having lunch with him today, and he mentioned that Blake would be doing the show.
You don't think, without even telling me? Quick, Sharon, where's my contract? I'll sign it.
But, Nicky, you know Ronnie's been trying to get you to sign it for months. You said you didn't want to.
I know, but I've decided it's time I do. Look, I have to be fair to RS.
But, Nick, what if that offer from the Metro network comes through?
I'm quite happy in the country, thank you. Come on, Sharon, go and get my contract so I can sign it.
Right now?
Yes, right now. Get. Oh, Sharon.
Yes,
Come here for a minute. I just want to do that again.
Oh, one.
The biggest one I've ever met.
Nick, if old Smythe ever catches you fooling around with her, you'll end up cleaning after the animal acts on the kids' show.
Come on, RS and I are like that.
Maybe he knows already and has brought in a replacement.
You don't think so, do you? Well, actually, I've never even touched the girl, just a friendly hello and
Steve's
goodbye.
only joking, Nick, take it easy. Smythe wouldn't replace the most loved compere on regional television.
No, of course he wouldn't.
No, I'm sure you're safe too.
Very funny. Producers are 2 a penny, you know. You can be replaced. Anybody can be a producer or a director. But television hosts are hard to find. Good ones, that is.
Ain't it the truth?
Where is that girl?
Oh, look, stop worrying, Nick. You know the old fellow wouldn't can you without telling you. He doesn't do that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah? What about the time he brought his cousin in to read the news because she was a gossip? And the time he got that fresh young kid straight out of school and made him a floor manager because he liked the way he smiled.
Yeah, and now I'm a director.
Oh, yes, it was you, wasn't it? Well, let's face it, the old goat knows nothing about television. Oh, darling, about time.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I got here as fast as I could.
What's the matter with you, guest? I've often wondered if you were a bit of a funny fella.
No, there's nothing wrong with me, RS.
Gentlemen and young lady, I'd like you to meet Blake Boothroyd. Blake, this is Nick Guest, Rod, Steve, and the young lady.
Bev.
Hello, Bev.
Now, everybody sit down. Blake, you sit next to me. I've got some big news. Blake is going to host a nighttime variety show for us.
Where do I sign? Here we are, RS.
What's the matter with you, guest? Have you been on the sheep dip or something?
No, you've been after me to sign up for a long time, so I finally thought I would.
But you can't sign this.
It's too late, I have.
But that was a contract to have Mr. Smythe's prized cows serviced.
I always knew you were strange.
Does this mean you're going to be a daddy, Nick?
Now, as I was saying before being
Sharon, where is it?
Here.
Here, RS. There's our contract. Now, that binds us for another 2 years. He who laughs last.
That's good, guest. You've agreed to do it for a drop in salary.
Huh?
Just as well. The show's not as good as it used to be anyway.
I knew there was some reason why I didn't want to sign.
Now, as I was saying, we're starting a new Tonight Show with Blake as the star. Every Thursday night.
But Variety Country Style's on every Tuesday night.
I know that.
So you mean we're going to have 2 night live shows?
That's right. Why are you always so slow at catching on, guest?
I just signed myself to a lousy contract and I still got my show anyway.
Mr. Smythe, who's going to produce the new show?
Well, I thought that you could do that, Rod.
Well, who's going to produce Nick's show?
Well, you can do that too, can't you?
Well, with all due respect, I don't think there are enough hours in the day to do anything on top of what I'm already doing now. I mean, everyone here already has several jobs around the place.
Yes, well, I want you to take over Blake's show.
Well, what about my show?
Don't worry, you'll get a new producer. Blake's show is going to have music, dancing, comedy, big-name artists, real showbiz razzmatazz, real entertainment.
So what's my show going to have?
Well, you will have everything else.
That's all right then.
Well, Blake, I'd like to officially welcome you to TDS 13.
Well, thank you, Ron. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm sure that we can at last give you a top-quality nighttime variety show.
At last?
Good, Blake. Now, don't let me keep you. Get out there and make television. Let's see, today's Monday. Can you have the new show ready to start on Thursday night?
It's going to take weeks to get a new show on the air, and we need more staff.
More staff? There are too many around here with nothing to do as it is.
I don't even have a producer.
You'll get a producer now. Get to it.
That's what we're doing, Mr. Smythe. This is our production meeting.
Yes. Well, I'll leave you to it then. You know, I still don't understand why you spend a whole week on a show that's only on for one night, for 1 hour. Blake, you come with me. I'd like you to meet the station manager and a few other odd bods around here.
Nice meeting you all.
Blake's really nice.
Bit of a big head if you ask me.
Well, Nick, if this is the last show I'll be producing for you, we'd better get onto it.
Yeah, well, who have you got lined up?
That's one of the problems at the moment. Most of the guests we had lined up have found more important things to do.
More important than appearing on my show? Why, most people who give their right arm to appear on Variety Country Style.
No, he couldn't make it either.
Who couldn't?
The one-armed man.
Well, at this stage, we still have Dano.
Who's Dano?
Dano, the talking dog.
I'm not degrading my show by having a talking dog on.
We had the same trouble with Dano, but we finally managed to talk him into it.
Come on, Nick. The act's fun. It's not good, but it's fun. And besides, we're grooming him for his own weekly series. Well, at least it's one act.